Let's do this thing. Let's move.
Joe Body.
I'm Gerald Ford, and you're not.
Love Jesus Christ.
I love whales.
I like skinny, scrawny guys.
Waking up every day and still being fucking ugly.
I'm not a child, Heidi. I'm a grown man.
But the key is to make it. The key is never give up. The key is not to drive your jet ski in the dark.
You don't need nobody.
Joe Body. We back.
We're back.
After a hiatus.
Our little hiatus. Yeah, we were back from our war tour.
Yeah, we went over to Normandy.
Yeah, we're back.
We went and fought in the tunnels of New York.
Dude, I don't remember our last podcast. It's been so long.
I don't remember what we talked about at all last time.
Well,
it's been like 5 weeks.
Yeah, I know. So there might be a repeat topic. Probably.
Repeat topic, yeah.
Probably multiple of them.
Dude, probably.
Bro, all I know is you got a job. You're not homeless anymore.
Oh yeah,
no.
dude,
Well,
no.
you were never homeless.
I wasn't homeless, but I might as well be.
Yeah, you were never homeless, but you got a job. You're not unemployed anymore.
I'm not unemployed, but I might be unemployed, dude. Fuck this job I have, dude.
We
but
got
yeah,
a little busy.
Yeah,
time passed, and now we're here.
We're here, dude.
We're back at it. They told us to stop.
They told us to stop podcasting, and I said, "No, dude, I'm gonna go get a job and stop podcasting, and then start again, and then quit the job later."
Bro, how's the job going?
Dude, it's not going too bad. I will say this is the one job I feel like I could rage quit at any moment. Very possible.
Fair enough.
Yeah, restaurants are insane. That's all I have to say. It's a good, yeah. But like, I have a plan with this job too. I didn't just get it. I didn't just work here because I know my friends work here. Yeah. That is a huge percentage reason why I did it, because I was like, well, it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, he works there, so we had the same. Now we work the same job, but like hardly ever see each other there.
I do think it's funny because you will never admit to this, but you do copy a lot of what I do.
What are you talking about?
I feel like, no, it's not a bad trait at all.
I only copy the stupid stuff you do, not the cool stuff.
We'll be at like a restaurant, and I'll be like, what are you going to get? And you're gonna be like, oh, I'm going to get like barbecue wings. And then like I'll order first. I'm like, hey, can I get a double cheeseburger with fries? And then like you'll order after. You're like, yeah, I'll also get a double cheese. I was like, bitch, you just said you were going to get wings.
I'm not gonna lie, I get real nervous at restaurants whenever I'm ordering. And so whenever I see Joe order, I'm just like, I'll have that. I know that whatever you order, you're gonna like, and so I'm confident in my decision. Also, I have bought $6,000 worth of barber equipment without telling you, and I've been cutting hair. No, I'm just kidding. That would be so funny if I was like, I'm trying to steal your life.
Dude, $6,000 of barber equipment would be a shit ton. You could probably open a barber shop.
Yeah, I did buy a barber shop. That's what I bought, dude. I bought a corner of a shop on Broad River Road, and I put a chair in there.
Bro,
and I just use like regular scissors to cut people's hair.
I think my
scissors.
starter kit. I think my starter kit of just like my trimmers, like everything combined, probably costs like $300.
Yeah.
And then my kit that I bought from school, because you have to buy shit from them, and I don't use half the shit they gave me, to be honest. That cost, I think, like maybe $1,500. Everything included.
Oh, it's an investment.
And that's like blow dryers and shit like that too.
I won't lie, you're kind of right. Like, I will copy things people do, especially my friends. Yeah. But like, I did have a serious thought for about 5 minutes where I was like, I can't do this because it's too weird. But when you start, I was like, because you did say it. I don't even know if you were being serious or not, but you were like, dude, you should think about being a barber. And I was like, I'll think about it, dude. And then I like was watching a few videos, and I was like,
bro, I love
that doesn't seem too hard. But I was like, that's hard as shit.
That's my favorite way of manipulating people. You're just like, hey, you should do this.
You should think about doing this.
It's really smart.
Planting the seed.
Yeah, just planting it. And then because I know they're going home, and they're like, he did mention that.
Yeah, you said.
The perfect way of like, convincing someone to do something is tell them they're good at that.
Oh yeah.
Just like be like, yo, like if I told you like, dude, you look good in black. Like
I would just only wear black.
I really like it when you wear all black. Like I think girls look at you more, and you'll just be like, man, I need to buy more black.
You serious, dude?
Yeah.
I'll start going. I don't know, black clothes, black face, dude. Everything. I'm showing up at the art bar.
You dye your hair black?
Dye my hair black.
Bro, did your dad really dye his hair? Okay, because you told me you came home one day and your dad's hair was purple, and I was like, I don't believe.
Yeah, for the listener, my 63-year-old father dyed his hair red and purple. Why? If you're listening to this, Dad, why? Like, I don't know why. Like, I think he just had a second midlife crisis where he was like, all right,
he just retired.
Yeah, he was celebrating his 1-year anniversary of retirement, and I think he was like, it's time to be gay now. It's time to get me like a. Well, it doesn't like you wouldn't think it was just supposed to be one color, but because of the silver and all the different colors of his hair, it ended up coming out like all these. But I was looking at it the other day and was like, you can't really tell if it's not in the light, but then when it's in the light, it's like really obvious.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this man's got a purple head.
I think I explained this to you because of the color theory.
Right.
They probably put purple dye in his hair so that it comes out red. But because he has the gray in it, or maybe they just put a high pig, like maybe it was like a purple, like a violet brown. So in the light, that's why you're able to see the purple. Because like one of the dudes in my school just dyed his hair like just a darker brown, I guess. But they did it with green because you have to think of the color theory. So like your hair like is brown, but it has undertones, and those undertones might be red or yellow or green, some shit like that.
You gotta think
right?
about
Blue.
all that when you're.
So when you want to go from one end of like tone to the other end, you just use the opposite color to make it neutralize. But sometimes I feel like I don't know why I haven't gotten this. I'm only 2 months into school, so I don't know everything.
You're an expert, bro.
But
already.
Yeah, like his hair came out like darker, like brown, but in the light you can see green because they put green in it. And I was like, what's the point of like, why don't just put brown in there?
Yeah, dude, I feel like I would love to be a barber, especially once like I talked to some guy at the gym one time, and he was like, he owns a barber shop in Lexington. I forget the guy's name. This was months ago.
Hook me up.
And once if I see him again, and I remember, I'll talk to him and tell him about you and be like, "Yo, my boy's trying to do this. He's in school." But I was like, "Okay, yeah, you can make a career. You can set your own hours. You can do all this stuff." And then I'm too much of a perfectionist to do that. Like I would fuck up somebody's head, and instead of just like ignoring it and being like, "Oh, they don't even know," I would just be like, "Dude, look, I'm so sorry," and they would just be like, "What?" And then I'd freak them out.
Yeah.
And then now I'm out of business.
Bro, if you mess up a cut, you just gotta let it go. You just gotta just be like, "Oh, bro, you look fresh." Just don't look at the back of your head.
Yeah. See, I can do that in like certain
scenarios. They don't have eyes back there.
But
They can't see them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My head looked wild today, dude. I don't know what I did.
It's like a tattoo artist. If a tattoo artist messes up your tattoo, they're not gonna tell you. They're just gonna.
But that's the one person I want to tell me.
They're not going to tell you, bro.
Dude.
If I'm telling you right now, if your tattoo artist messes up your tattoo, just like a line is out of place, a line is too thick, something shaky,
they're not going to say anything.
They're just gonna try to cover it up. If they can't cover it up, they're just gonna keep on going.
I've looked at the tattoos. I only have 3, but I've looked at them and I've seen some small mistakes. I mean, like they didn't say nothing about them. I was like, I should get my money back, dude. I'm flying back to another state and get my money back.
I'm flying back to Hawaii.
I'm going back to Hawaii.
I'm going back to Hawaii.
I'm going to fight that lady.
Bro, I remember when you went to Hawaii, you like came back and you're like, man, I'm so pissed. I was like, why? I was like, I met some fishers down there and they were trying to convince me to stay and like live on the boat and shit.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I wanted to.
My parents talked me out of it.
Yeah, they did. They were like, you're about to graduate college. I was like, no, fuck college, dude. I was like I'm only in my last semester.
I don't need that.
I'm only in my last semester.
I can always go back.
Yeah. No, every time I think about that, every time, or the last year of school, every time I thought about saying screw it and doing something else, there was a girl that went to our school, and she had every credit to graduate but one class, and then, like, just left school and never graduated. And, like, still to this day has not graduated.
What did she do?
I don't even know. But, like, she had, like, a, she had, I don't, like, humanities or something. She was in my corner of the school.
Oh, well, that major doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't, I think she just had,
she
like,
probably applied for a job during her last semester, and they were like, oh, well, we'll just hire you without the degree.
I think she had, like, a mental or an emotional breakdown and then, like, left school. And then her friends...
Well, she just needs to toughen up.
That's what I said.
That's what I think.
That's what I texted her the next day and said. No, I don't. I didn't tell her that.
Bitch.
But hey, man up and finish Bible college. That is very funny to like have an emotional breakdown from Bible college and then no one helps you through it.
Man up.
No one's like, yo, you need help.
Dude, one of my friends that I started with took like a year off for like emotional stuff, and I was like, what? Like
a whole year?
Just go to school.
Just go cry somewhere. Like, just go. That's what I've never understood.
School like
dude.
3 days a week. Like,
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
I had a semester where I just had Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah,
and
dude,
that
those
was
are
the
the
most
best.
stress-free semester, dude. I procrastinated so much on those other days, dude. It was so great.
You had 4 days off every
Yeah, every single week. It was every single week. It was like, I can't wait to
if
not
you're
do
a
this
barber
work.
and you
Yeah.
make it really good, and you charge like $100 a haircut, and you're like clean with it.
Gosh, dude.
You can only have to work like 3 days a week.
I still think now, since you met all those barbers on a cruise, in my head, I think that all barbers do is they just cut hair and go on cruises. Like, I just imagine every single time they have like 3 days off, they're like, all right, babe, we're hopping on Royal Caribbean. We're
Let's
hitting
go.
Icon of the Seas. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure that the newest, I saw like there's a new Royal Caribbean thing called Icon of the Seas. It's the like largest cruise ship ever built before. And, there's like basketball courts and
Dude, they come out with
clubs
the
and
largest
restaurants.
cruise ship every other year.
Every other
it's
year.
like the new iPhone.
Yeah, for real.
Coming
Except for
to you soon. Seas near you.
yeah, except for I don't understand. It's like you can go on this cruise for 5 days and it costs less than an iPhone still. And I'm like, I don't trust this ship at all.
Bro, I want Elon to create a cruise ship. Completely electric cruise ship.
Electric cruise ship. Hey, I know this sounds unsafe, but there's a giant electric battery and it's floating on the water. That should be chill, right?
It's just all solar panels or something.
I don't even know how that works. It could be totally safe and I'm an idiot, but I'm imagining I'd rather have a gas boat. I mean, they have electronics on it. I get it, but it's like not the main thing that makes it go.
Covered by steel, bro.
Like, do you think the gas? It's not what makes it go. The gas is what makes it go.
Okay, but electronic
So dumb.
cars drive in the rain.
Shut up! Don't tell me these things. No, you're right. You're right.
Like,
A Tesla cruise would be pretty sick. That would be awesome.
There's definitely like
It's just a hologram.
there's
of
definitely
Elon.
electric boats out there,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they've already got.
or at
those
least like electric
down.
like what are they called? Like the motorcycle, of
like
the
jet
seas?
skis.
Yeah,
Yeah, jet skis.
the motorcycle of the seas.
The motorcycle of the seas. The ocean bike.
The ocean,
Dude,
bike.
the Icon of the Seas has a water slide that goes off the boat and comes
Yeah.
back in.
I think I've seen
No
that.
way, dude. I'm not getting on that, dude.
I'd get on that.
Not at all. Because imagine that thing. I mean, it's not even a closed tube. It's one where you sit in the inner tube
Oh,
and then go up the
okay,
wall.
I wouldn't do that.
And you
hit a
get in
wave?
there, yeah. Imagine you get a couple guys like me up in there, dude. We just get the momentum and we just fucking rip it into the Bermuda Triangle.
Bro, I
No
remember,
thanks.
dude. I remember I watched like a documentary about like water parks and like how they were built like back
How
in
they're
the
built,
day.
yeah.
And like there's no physics, like there's no physicists.
There's no scientist
There's
helping
no
me.
scientists. Like, well, if you have it at this angle and a person that weighs this much, like they're
No.
gonna go flying. Like, they don't have anyone telling them anything. It's just like some wild like country dude just being like, "This will be sick."
Some guy named Cletus.
Yeah.
He's like, how steep we should make it? We should make it about yay steep. It's like,
steep.
what angle is that? That's a yay angle right there, about yay steep. And you're like, all
A
right,
gay angle.
yeah, I'll go down that, dude.
I don't think you got that
Hey, as long
reference.
as I cross
I don't
my,
think you got that
I did not get the reference. What was the angle reference?
The Kanye.
Oh, the Kanye.
The Kanye.
Dude, because all you got to do to stay safe on those water slides is cross your arms. So that's what the lifeguard always told me.
Really?
He just said, "Hey, you'll be fine. Just do this, because that way your arms don't hit nothing." And so, I mean, who needs physics when you got this? When you got when you got the mummy position?
Bro, I just think it's crazy. If you have enough money, like you can just build a giant slide.
That is
And
true.
just,
You
like,
could do that. See, Jeff Bezos.
Have people like sign waivers to
Yeah.
get on your slide.
Like, see, I don't understand why when people build these massive super yachts as billionaires, they don't make them like cruise ships. Like,
Yeah.
imagine that's what Bert Kreischer would do if he was a billionaire. He would just build a cruise ship. He wouldn't
Bro.
even build a yacht.
when I was on my cruise last year, it was about a year ago now. I was on my
It's
cruise.
crazy. It's
When
been
we
that long
were
since
when we
you've been on
pulled
a
up to
cruise.
the Bahamas, there was like a private like yacht that was maybe like the quarter size of our cruise ship. Like it was huge.
That's a
and-
huge boat still.
Bro, it had like another little boat on it. which was bigger than your dad's boat.
That's insane.
And
bro.
then it had
bigger than
a
a
helicopter
pontoon
pad.
boat.
No helicopter, but a helicopter pad. So it's like there's definitely been helicopters on there before.
My God.
And it was all black, like blacked out. And I was
Jet
like,
blackout,
bro, that is a super
yacht.
villain. I don't know who that
That's
is.
a super villain, dude.
I don't know whose boat that is.
Were they parked
but
in the
they're
Charleston
doing-
Harbor?
Yo, I was like, no, this was in the Bahamas.
Oh, in the Bahamas.
I was like, they're doing evil shit. Like, they're
Yeah,
doing
dude.
evil
They're
shit.
coming straight from Little St. James Island, dude. They just logged out of Epstein's list.
Bro, they're
dude.
doing evil shit. Like, who gets an all black yacht? Who does it?
Only Lex Luthor, dude. Only evil people get that. Who could that be? I wonder if you could take a picture. You know how Google identifies things by images? Can
Yeah.
you take a picture of yachts and they'll tell you what billionaire owns it?
Maybe. That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be a sick app to develop? How much
Yeah.
money could you make off that app? Like none, but still, like, hey, if you happen to be out in the middle of the sea and you have an iPhone, pay $5.99 and
Do you remember
discover
that
the
app
billionaire.
I thought of a couple of years ago? And I was like, there should be an app that just tells you how many hot girls are in a bar.
Oh yes, dude, that's still genius. You should do it. I just don't think you should.
It was
do
like,
it.
hey, where should I go out tonight? It shows you all the bars in your area, and there's like I don't know, like a sausage fest, like.
And like other people rate the
rating.
people, isn't that how they determine the scale of
Yeah.
hotness? And
Yeah,
then like
you
you show
just-
up to a place and you get to read all the scales.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
I think that'd be a good app.
I probably wouldn't like it because they would just make one for men immediately, and then I'd just be like, I don't want to look at where I am at. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm like, you
And there's,
put me
like,
at the bottom of the
pictures,
list. I
Like
get
a
it.
random girl took a picture of you too.
Yeah, dude. If you start taking random pictures of me at the bar, it's gonna be fucking bad, dude. It's just gonna be me like hunched like this, sitting in a stool watching open mic comedy, like just complete hunchback, sipping on like a Long Island tea or something. It's just gonna be bad. I'll be like, this guy's here and on that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm
Bro,
here.
do you ever think about how old we are now?
I try not to, bro. I'm like pushing 28, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm 25 at heart. I'll just say that to myself.
Well, it's just
No,
like
it's
it's not
fine.
even. I just think our generation's like aging faster than they should be.
Like physically.
No,
Like
just
we
like
look
mentally.
Oh yeah.
Like I do old people shit.
What kind of old people shit do you do?
I don't know. I had a friend that went out like the other day, and he was like, "Oh, you should come out." He was at Saloon, and I was like, "Lauren, should I go to Saloon?" She looked at me. She was like, "You know, you don't want to fucking go to Saloon. You're already laying down.
Yeah.
You already had your You already had your tea, and you're
You
watching.
already had
like-
your
you already had your
tea.
tea. And she was right. I don't want to go.
You already
out.
had your tea.
It
Yeah.
was only 11 p.m. I was like, "No, I don't want to fucking go out."
Only 11. That's too late, bro.
It's too late,
yeah.
bro.
That switched on me pretty quick though. Like once I hit like 25, 26, if I was already tuned in for the night at like 10 or 11, you're not getting me back out.
Dude, I feel like when I was like 22, like I could have already chugged or the ZQL.
Yeah.
You know how they come with a little measuring cup?
Yeah.
I don't use the measuring.
Yeah. I throw this away
I just
instantly.
go.
I
Yeah,
open up the pack
just like
and I
a
throw
quick-
it away.
You know, like barbers do counts. I do, or barbers. You know how like bartenders do counts. I do
Yes.
counts with that. I'm like, all right, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yeah,
that's
dude, you
an
just
ounce.
pour it down.
That's an ounce.
That's actually 4.5 ounces, but we don't talk about it.
No, but anyway, at 22, I can chug a little swig of ZQL, have my night shirt on already, be ready for bed,
And then I text you.
someone's like, "Hey, we're going to Saloon," and I'll be like, in my car already,
like, oh yeah, I've already cranked it.
completely changed in like 2.5 seconds. Be like, let's go.
Yeah, when I was 22, time didn't exist. Dude. I just was like, if it was time to go, then it was time to go.
Bro,
Now I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. I don't think I'm gonna, go out and have one drink. No, it's too
No.
much, dude.
also, I feel like you're old when you realize like how expensive bars are, and you're just like, I can just make that drink at home
Yeah, but back
and watch TV.
Yeah. Well, it's a scam because like when you quit going, if you go to a college bar, it's cheap, but then you're at a college bar, you know. But like the second you try to go to a regular bar, they're like $7 for this beer, and I'm like, this same beer is $2, like a block away.
Yeah.
And that's the scam of it all. It's
is.
like it's just like, oh, because this isn't a more adult bar, you're not gonna charge me, or like you're gonna charge me 2.5 times as much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm good. I'll stay home. You drink your tea. Well, let me think about I gotta think of what old people shit I do. Let me think about it. Clip my nails like every few days. Is that like something that I used to
That's
bite?
just having good hygiene.
No, I used to bite my nails all the time, and then I was just like, why do I do this? This is gross. And then I just started trimming my nails.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And then I was like,
That's what you're supposed to do.
I know it's what you're supposed to do, but I don't use I tried to use a filer, but I hate the way they feel.
I don't think you have too many old people traits. You just get high at night.
Yeah,
you probably
true.
scroll your phone for an hour before you go to bed.
Yeah, most nights.
Yeah.
I would say most nights. Yeah. I would say that I do read. I like to read, but I don't read at night. I don't read like right before I go to bed. I read like when I'm still awake.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I should read before night. I feel like that would be better. Dude, I slept with the window open last night. It was like 19 degrees for the listeners. But like it's South Carolina, so that's cold as shit. And I woke up sweating like twice because I just had 2 covers on. 2 covers, and they're not even like thick covers. So I don't know what's wrong with my body, but something's going on. And I'm not sick either. Like I don't have it. I checked my temperature last night. I was like, I have to have a fever if I'm sweating in this cold. And no, it's just I don't know what it is. So I got to figure out a way to stop sweating at night. I think it's just being fat. Probably that. But it's like I could just be fat
your body
and sweat.
telling you to slow it down on the donuts. Hey, buddy, you already went to Chipotle this week.
Yeah.
Have a salad.
It's that. Yeah. Oh man, Chipotle is basically a Mexican salad in my opinion.
No,
Isn't it not?
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
And a sub sandwich is just a salad with some bread on it.
Sure. Fair
That's
enough.
what I say, dude. Pretty much everything I eat is salad. If you think about it like that, I eat sandwiches and I eat
pizza
that.
is just a salad with some hot cheese on it.
You're not wrong. I'm not arguing. I'm
Exactly.
not arguing with that. Miyabi Jr. is just a salad with rice and chicken with some sauce, dude. That's what it is. I like salads. That's what I need to know. At least I'm eating salads.
You eat salad.
It's not working to lose weight. You gotta eat salads and walk. That's what you gotta do.
I feel like the only thing that's not a salad is a donut
Yeah.
or a cake.
Yeah, the donuts are. Yeah, I can't use some warm Italian donuts. Just fucking them up.
Dude, I hate the way they phrase things. Warm Italian donuts.
Yeah, the menu is crazy. Like I don't like the name of anything. We work at Olive Garden, listeners. We're just gonna say it out loud. We don't give a fuck. We could always find another job, but
the chicken parmigiano.
no one knows how to say it. Yeah.
And then whenever I repeat back the order, I'm just like, all right, the chicken parm.
Yeah.
Like, just call it
I
that.
only call it parm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Every single person that orders that says Parmesan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, I know that Parmigiana or however the way you're supposed to say it is hard to say, but tell me you don't know how to read the word Parmesan, and that's not it. So it's like every single person is like, I'll take the chicken Parmesan. A part of me just wants to go grab some chicken from the back and just put Parmesan on it and give it to him, dude. Like,
bro, I think it's funny the lasagna classico.
Classico, yeah, like that's racist, dude. Like, like they were like, "Hey, how do we make this sound Italian?" Well, take the word classic and add an O at the end. I'm like, that's what they do with Mexican,
it's just
with
lasagna.
Hispanic.
Why don't they just say lasagna?
Yeah, why don't they just call it lasagna?
And then people don't know how to say gnocchi at all,
which is actually crazy because I thought everybody knew what gnocchi was. Just a type of pasta.
I didn't know what gnocchi was.
I knew what it was. One time Shane made me gnocchi, like back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, he made some sick homemade gnocchi, and that was good. But I think it's just because I don't think people in the South eat a lot of gnocchi, and they go, "Can I get some of that gnocchi?" Or they say gnocchi.
People say ganache.
Ganache? Oh, people do say ganache.
Can I get the chicken and ganache?
Chicken
and I don't
ganache.
correct them. I'm just like, yeah, the chicken and...
I think somebody said that to me on like my second day, and I just didn't know what they meant because they didn't say chicken. They just say, "Can I get the ganache?" And I just literally looked at them. I said, "The what?" And they said, "The ganache." And then I was like looking at the menu, like trying to figure out what they meant. And I'm like scanning. I'm like, "Well, what was ganache? What's ganache?" And I'm like, "Do you mean the chicken gnocchi?" And I like pointed at the soup, and I was so hesitant with it. And they were like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I feel like an idiot working there, dude. I feel like I'm dumb. I feel like I'm the smartest person there, but the dumbest person there."
Yeah. Also, I hate that they don't just say like fried chicken.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Chicken Frito.
Chicken Frita. Yeah.
Chicken Frita.
Chicken Frita. Just say fried. Just say fried. It's everything has to have a Italian twist on it.
Or like the shrimp Frita misto.
Shrimp Frita misto. Just say fried shrimp and peppers. That's all I'm saying. That's all it is. You got you some fried shrimp and peppers. You could do that entire meal as like Southern Cajun accent wise and not change a single way any of it's made. And it'd be the same. You just make it spicy. Take every dish and add a little bit of Cajun seasoning, and now it's the Cajun restaurant. Like, add a little extra pepper and add some Cajun seasoning, and it's, yeah.
I had someone tell me last night that they thought the shrimp Frito misto was a little too seasoned. They're like, it's a little spicy. I was like, is it?
Not too spicy. Sometimes it's like, I don't know. I don't eat all the peppers and stuff whenever I get that. I do eat all the shrimp, though.
Oh yeah, no, the shrimp.
I'm trying to think. What was I thinking about it earlier? About
Bro,
this
trying to
place?
lose weight and working at a food place is hard.
Yeah, I've been noticing that,
It's
dude.
hard.
I was
Because like I've been meal prepping and I've been really good at pretty much only eating my meal preps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when I'm not working or every moment of my day before I get to work, I'm like really, really clean with my eating right now.
right.
And then I get to work and like 3 hours later, I'm starving and I eat a breadstick. That breadstick turns into like some appetizer someone didn't get.
Yep.
And then that appetizer turns into I don't know, chicken Alfredo I see in the window that's almost dead.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
that's what it is every day.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, fuck.
yeah. Like
I just fucked up my whole day of eating. I was
Yeah.
so good. I had my yogurt this morning. I had my Monster Mash.
My Monster Mash. Is that what you're eating? Monster Mash?
Yeah, that's what I call it.
The mash.
It's just rice, ground beef, and chicken stock just mashed together.
That's Indian right there. That's like something. That's what like third world people eat. But I feel like that's every time I hear about like a diet where that involves meal prepping, and I see the meal prep at the end of the day, I'm like, this is just a third world diet. If you think about it,
Yeah.
it's just rice, the protein, and like a little bit of a vegetable.
Yeah.
And then you just choose your nationality of flavoring. Like, do you want to put curry on it, or do you want to put like
Some like
chicken
soy
bouillon on
sauce
it? Yeah, or some soy sauce, or like some French sauce. I don't know what the French eat, but there's got to have a sauce over there.
Probably some like aioli.
No,
I don't know.
au jus, right? Isn't that they call it? Au
I don't
jus.
know. Au
Not
jus?
not like Jew,
Au
but
jus?
like AUJUS.
Is it a sauce?
Mhm.
Sounds good.
It's like something that you dip like
Let me
sandwiches
guess.
in.
Is there like eggs in it? It's probably.
I
eggs
think
in it.
it's just a really liquidy. It's like the liquid. It's the viscous or the viscosity of water. It's a very liquidy, like
Oh,
same texture of
like the
water.
French
but it's
dip?
yeah,
sandwich, like
Yeah.
what you dip into.
Mhm. like
What's
the
that?
cheese, like
Yeah,
the
the-
cheese and ham
Yeah, I know what you're
sandwiches that
talking
they
about,
dip
and
on
then
that.
dip-
Yeah,
that stuff is good.
yeah,
No,
it's
but
good. Bro.
I can show you. Literally every single week, I make about I make about like 4 cups of rice, and then I make about 3 to 4 pounds of ground beef.
Mm.
I put it in a giant container, and then I just put the rice in there, the beef in there, and I take a spoon and I just like mix it all
That's
together.
awesome.
And then for my lunches for the day, I just get my little container, take about like 5 scoops out, put in my container, and then that's my lunch that day.
Dude, that's content. Right
It's
there. You
like
should
the-
take a video of you
It's the
prepping all that
easiest-
stuff.
Bro,
and
it's
post
the
it.
easiest meal prep ever.
I like that. I'm about to try that chicken, like just some type of stock and chicken and beef.
Yeah, well, just
Like
putting
ground
the
beef
stock
or-
just like gives you a little more flavor. I feel
Yeah,
like.
that way it's not just like dry rice, and
Yeah.
because then it gets kind of like it's a little flaky. You're just
Yeah.
eating it; it's falling off the spoon instead of
Mhm.
it being together.
And then if you want, you can like put some extra seasoning on it, or you like in the individual bowl, or you can put some sauce on there before you eat it. Some soy
Yeah.
sauce, some ranch.
One thing I realized I do that people find disgusting is like I'll order like a large cheese dip when I go to Mexican restaurants, which I don't need to eat a large thing by myself. Like I just need a small thing
Yeah.
of dip. Most people just dip their chips in it, right? But I like to dip my chips in it and then put a little bit on like whatever I order for food, like the
Yeah.
rice or whatever and the beans. But the thing is that if you're with other people, like you might as well get one big enough to like share it.
Yeah.
Like if it's 1 or 2 other people. So every time I'm at a Mexican restaurant, like I was at a Mexican restaurant last night with Dowdy, and I order like a large cheese dip. He just looks at me and he goes, "Good God!" I'm like, "Half of it's for you, bitch!" like Jesus Christ! Like, who do you think I am, dude?
Half of
Like,
it's
do you
for
think I'm
you.
just going to Mexican
I'm trying
restaurants
to be
and-
nice, you
like,
asshole.
Like, do you think I'm like? Look, I know it's not healthy, but like, do you think I'm just going to Mexican restaurants and pounding like a 10-ounce thing of cheese like single handedly? No, bro.
Bro, going to a Mexican restaurant and just getting cheese dip is the equivalent of going to Olive Garden and getting soup and salad.
Yeah, it is, dude. God, I hate
I wonder
those people.
how often that happens. It's like, can I just get a margarita and some cheese dip? That's
Yeah.
all I want.
Dude, the tables that old people don't care. Old people do it unabashedly, but like younger couples who are trying to go on a date and be and be frugal, they'll come in and they'll act real skittish, kind of like they don't
Yeah.
say their order loud. They're like, "Oh, I'll take soup and salad," I'll just take soup and salad. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool. What kind do you want?" And then they'll tell me, and then like every time I walk by, like if I'm going to a different table in my section, they're eyeing me Like they're waiting for me to leave because what they're doing is they want to get the F out of there, dude, and not tip and just not have me see them do that.
Oh.
So they'll just be hitting up the Ziosk thing, like the little iPad, and then like get the fuck out of there. That happens like once a week to me, like with just a younger couple that are like under 30 and they're just going
trying
there.
to save money.
Yeah, and I kind of like Logan. I was like, I'm not gonna give you a huge salad, dude. I'm gonna make you talk to me. Like just, I'm gonna make you look me in the eyes and say, "Can I have a refill?"
Bro, I hate when people are like, I'll walk to them and I'm like, "Hey, you guys doing all right? Like your entree's about to get up." Like, look, I know their entree's about to come out, right?
Right.
I'm like, "Hey, your entree's about to get up. Come up. Would you like me to take any like plates or bowls from you? Clean your table a little bit?" And they're like, "Yeah, actually, can I get a refill on salad?" I'm like, "I just told you your food's about to come up."
That's crazy.
And then I'll make their salad and bring it out with their entree.
Yes.
And then they don't touch the salad.
Well, because they wanted it before. Didn't you hear them?
Yeah, but
I'm just kidding. I know it's ridiculous.
Tell me, like I'm just come on.
They don't understand.
And then they don't even ask to take the salad home. I was like, you just wasted 2 minutes of my life. I was like, come on.
No, but no, it's a real problem. It's a real problem in Olive Garden. It's a real problem trying to please the masses.
Also, I think the worst part of serving is when someone asks you for something that you literally have in your hand.
Dude, yeah.
Like it's
when
like
you're like coming out with it on the tray and like you set it down in front of them and they see it and they're like, "Hey, do you have those breadsticks?" I'm like, "The ones that are touching your nose right now?" Yeah, I got them, dude. I've got the 17 of them that are right here because you guys have 10 people at the table.
I also love when people ask for breadsticks and it's on their tray, but you put like the soups and the salad down first. Or you're like, "Here's your salad, here's your soup, would you like any cheese?"
Yeah.
And then, you put the cheese and then someone's like, "Oh, where's the breadsticks?" I'm like, "It's right there."
Yeah, it's right here, like behind my back. It's like a magic trick.
It's right here.
Dude, sometimes when I've seen their reaction when I pull the breadsticks off the tray that's already in front of their face, it's like I just did a real magic trick in front of them. They're like, "Oh, yes." I'm like, "Did you not see like the whole thing I came out with?" I don't know. But I mean, this is the first job I've had where I've served at a restaurant, and it just makes me realize that, like, I knew, like, before I had this job, I knew how restaurants worked. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I knew the kind of thing you should or shouldn't ask a server, or the thing that would like help you. Like, I knew how to make my own meal better based on how I ordered and how I did it. And now I'm coming to the realization that like nobody knows how to eat at a restaurant. I'm like,
wait, what do you mean?
Like, nobody knows how to do it the right way. Like if you want to order to-go meals, you don't like wait till you've paid for everything, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, wait, can I order like 3 to-go entrees that are like have to be made?" So, like, did you want these the whole time? You're supposed to say that like an hour ago.
Normally,
dude.
I
Like,
tell people to tell me if they're like, because some people will say like, "Hey, like I have a to-go order. When should I put it in?" I normally tell them, like, give me their to-go order when I bring out their entrees.
Yeah.
Because then by the time they're done eating, it'll just be done, and then I can bring out their bowls and their to-go at the same time. But
the problem I run into with that is, like, I feel like whenever I make note of the little things that happen, and I think, okay, well, here's all the things I could tell people up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I have all these things that are up front, then it just sounds like a script I'm running.
Yeah.
And if you just sound like a script you're running, then people are going to be like, "Oh, this guy's weird." And it's like, dude, I'm trying to get tips. I'm not trying to make them think I'm a robot. Because if I script it out, they'd be like, "A robot can do your job." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. They kind of can, dude." It is, yeah, dude. I like to show them that.
If you can order like your entire meal on the Zios, like all we're needed for is to run drinks and food.
Oh yeah.
Like imagine if you were just like on drink station, right? Instead of being a server, and then there's this little screen and just told you what the drink was and what table to take it to. All you do is make the drink, walk it out. That's it.
What I'm saying is that with literally a few $1 million, you and I could come up with a better system than all the entire Olive Garden. I don't know if this content is. I don't know if people like listening to us talk about Olive Garden, but I feel like they do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like it's.
I like it.
I would want insider information if I was a person, because everybody's been to Olive Garden.
Well, everyone should go to Olive Garden.
Yeah, everyone should go to Olive Garden.
Because at the end of the day, we're all family there.
We're all family. We're all family, and we all love and respect each other every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Not
a single problem.
To the full extent.
To the full extent. People love each other at Olive Garden so much that when they insult each other and they feel like their families attack them, that they fight about it sometimes.
Yeah. We're
not
real,
at ours.
We're
though.
a real family.
That's a real and
We're
a real
real.
Italian. It really is like an Italian family if you think about it, dude. Like, dude, you don't know what's gonna be thrown or happen there.
Whoop-a.
Who even knows, bro?
No, dude, I love it. I mean, it's just a job to get me through school. You're thinking about moving to Austin.
Yeah. Well, my original plan was like, okay, well, if I work for Olive Garden, they're owned by like a bigger company, and they own a bunch of restaurants, and I could like move up to a restaurant that has like a higher plate cost per person.
Yeah.
So that like in the same shift, I can make more money.
Possibly,
you know, possibly, but like trying to work.
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Like Ruth's Chris or Capitol Grill or something,
Yeah.
and then do that in the day and try to do stand up at night in Austin. But the more I realize it, the more it's like, this is an interesting job, but I'm just going to keep it until I can find something that's like better for my disposition long term.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle doing something like this for years and years and years in a row. Like,
I
I've got a few more months in
used-
the tank, but I'll get used to it, I think.
You'll get used to it. I think the key part of like having a job for a long time is just truly liking the people you work with.
That's a huge thing.
I don't even think it's about
Yeah.
liking what you're actually doing, because all of my favorite jobs, like on paper, sucked.
Right.
But it's like the people I worked with were just like absolutely amazing.
Right. Every job I've
So-
had that has cool people I've enjoyed.
Yeah, it's like my favorite job. So I don't know, you just have to like, be nice to everybody, make people like you, be chill.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
people. It's just that's all it is. People skills.
Yeah, no, I have decent people skills, but it's kind of like, yeah, decent. I didn't say great. I have decent people skills, dude. I feel like my people skills have gotten worse as I've gotten older, like, which I guess is normal, but I don't know. I used to have a lot of tolerance for like things that bothered me, I feel like, and now I'm just like, all right, whatever.
No, dude, I catch myself getting mad at like really stupid shit sometimes.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially if I'm like working. Well, dude, I think every day I'm like, I'll just throw this tea container down. I might just do that. Because there's this one lady that's always like, I guess there's no. The thing about working with certain people is that there's not a right or wrong way to do everything, but like to them that is, and then they feel like they can impose that on you. And there's been a few times where I've just like looked at one of my coworkers and just been like, hey, I understand you do this way, and I think it's not a bad way. It's just not the way I do it, and I have a different reason for doing it. Do you want me to explain it to you or not? Because I'm not going to change. And then they literally were like, what? They just looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, that's a very like I should just ignore them.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm just trying to sympathize with them, but just like it's me saying to say like, hey, thanks for trying, but no. Like it's pretty much me saying that.
Hey, I love your effort.
I love your effort, but I'm not
effort,
going to do
buddy.
it that way. Yeah, and then they're like, well, if you don't do it the way I want you to do it, it means you probably hate me, right? And I'm like, no, not at all.
Not at all.
Like you might think that now and treat me that way.
Actually, you're pretty indifferent to me.
Yeah, like outside of this place, ain't nothing. They're kind of like what your coworker like jobs. If you work for like a big corporation, your coworkers are like avatars. Because if you work in a smaller place, you see them outside of work all the time and everything. But if not, you're like, does this person even exist?
Yeah.
Or does this person materialize out of the washing machine, the dish pit of Olive Garden during your shifts?
They come out of the drain.
Yeah, and then they go in the bathroom and flush themselves down the toilet, and then they
It's like,
reappear.
it's like
in your
teachers
next
at
shift.
school. You ever see your teachers outside of school?
God, dude.
So weird. My mom was a teacher, so I saw teachers out of school all the time. They'd come up to the
that
house.
makes sense. Yeah,
I
And
hated it.
I saw teachers growing up because there was only so many grocery stores in town. People had to go shopping.
There's only one Publix. So
Yeah, there's only one Publix there. There's only one place where they
There's
can.
only one Walmart.
There's only one place where they can force Down syndrome people to carry groceries for old people with no tips.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about Publix. Oh, the good thing about Olive Garden is I got like 15 minutes of new material though. I've had so much new material about
That's
Olive
good.
Garden. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Trying to think of one. Oh, I did one where it was like there's some hot Latinas that we work with, but one of them I found out was Arabic.
Yeah.
And so you ever go to order chips and salsa, but when they come to your table, it's pita and oil.
It's pita and oil.
Somebody told me they were like, hey, you should say hummus instead, because like oil is like, that's a little over the line. That's like, you're saying that, right? Like, that. I'm like, that's the point. I'm like, thanks for telling me how to say my jokes, other open micer that I see all the time.
It's a little over the line.
Yeah, I'm
wait, what line?
Oh, dude. Okay, here's some local comedy drama, because I know the listeners are dying to hear this. Adam Cook is like this local comedian, but he this guy Joel Dolinger, shout out Joel and shout out Adam. Joel was on stage in the middle of his set, and Adam was leaving, and Joel made a joke about Adam, so like he initiated it. Joel like made some joke about him as he was leaving or walking out, and then Adam like just freaked out on him. He was like, "You owe me $90 for shows I've done," and it was just no joke. It was just like, fuck you, you're a bitch. And then there's like, I'm sitting here thinking like, guy, I literally said out loud, like, because it's mostly comics in the audience, but there's like 7 audience members there. Yeah. With some guy I used to do karate with, like back in high school. No, at the Attic. It's like a newer mic. Yeah. Near the old New Brooklyn Tavern, like right here, and
I know where that is.
Yeah, and literally, I was like, guys, stop scaring the people. Like they were scaring people, and people left. And then I was like, all right, cool. And then but I just remember Adam was yelling everything, and he was like, "You owe me $90 You owe me $90." And then some comic, I forget who said this. I wish I could shout him out because it was funny. And they were like, what has Adam ever done for $90 of value? and then
bro, I'm telling you, we need to have Banana Phone.
Yes, dude, I'm telling you, it would be terrible in this scene. The Columbia comedy scene,
so
Banana
funny,
Phone.
though.
Yeah, somebody would come out the closet. Somebody would be like, "What?" Like that's what I think that's gonna happen with Adam soon, because that's all he talks about on stage is how guys try to get with him, which is very funny. But like he was in the middle of the yelling match at its very peak. The thing that cracked his voice, where he was like, "Ah!" He was like, "I completed a sketch." And I know this is not funny to like people just hearing this, but like he was just in the middle of arguing with Joel about money, and they were saying "fuck you" and just making people uncomfortable, and he was just like, "You're not shit in this in this community. How many failed shows do you have?" He's like, Adam's like, "I completed a sketch," and then like everyone got quiet, and I just thought it was so funny, and I went and I just mockingly said like, "I made a sketch," and then everybody died laughing. And then I was like, yes, I got more laughs than you and your whole triad of
I made a sketch.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, it was such a fun night.
I can just see that happening during Banana Phone, and that'd be so funny.
Yes, Banana Phone, dude, we have to do that.
You owe me $90.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking when you said Banana Phone, I was thinking of like each comic sits next to each other and whispers something in their ear, and then it gets to the last one, and the last person's like, "I fucked a squirrel," or something like that. Yeah. No, but you're talking about the thing we did in Austin.
Yeah,
where it's the heckle mic. Yeah. No, that's sick. We should do that. Dude, they couldn't handle it because people walked out. Like these, like both of the like.
But imagine if they were also allowed to yell things out.
No, see, that's the fun part. You know?
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't have walked out.
Yeah.
Because they would have been like, "Oh, I can yell something now."
Yeah, I don't think
it gives people the opportunity to yell and to insult people.
Yes.
Because they can't do that in their normal everyday life.
That's true.
They can't yell at their wife.
No.
And call her a fat cunt. So they can do that at Banana Phone.
Adam's just like looking at himself in the mirror at home. "You fat cunt, dude. You fat cunt, dude."
You owe me $90.
It's like it doesn't matter if he fucking owes you $90. You know why? Because you completed a sketch. You fucking did it. No, apparently, actually, I'm talking. I don't even know. I'm talking shit, but like, I would say it to him, but apparently he is actually producing like a pretty like he's producing like a show. Like apparently he got funding from some guy. I don't know, probably some old person he manipulated to give him the money. But like that's just my guess. Prove me wrong, Adam. Yeah. But like Patrick Fowler, and shout out Patrick and shout out Phil Carter, they're in it. They're like the ones they're going around interviewing people downtown and stuff. And I think they're doing like, they're probably trying to do jokes in the interviews or improv at the same time, something like that, right? And I've seen like a couple snippets that they've put out online. But I still don't understand the premise of the show. I think it has to do with history, maybe. I'm not exactly sure.
When you say a show,
like a high production value show.
When you said a show, my first thought was like
a comedy show,
like a multicam or like a single cam like TV show. But are you talking about more of like a Dave Chappelle style like sketch show?
No, I'm talking about like a single cam type like history documentary show.
Oh.
Like they have a single cam with different angles.
What do you mean they're interviewing?
I think they're interviewing people on the street in Columbia and stuff like that, and they're doing it in front of like the Capitol, in front of other buildings. I think they're talking about history and and they're trying to do.
So it's like a documentary type thing.
I don't know if it's a documentary, or if it's just like an interview style show.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I just don't like the snippets I've seen. They didn't say what the premise was, so I don't really know. But it was kind of an awkward thing because you think about it, it's like, all right, the guy running the mic is the actor, like the interviewer in the guy's show.
Yeah.
And the guy's show is the one yelling, I'm completed a sketch and getting into an argument with another open micer. So it's kind of like Patrick didn't say anything to him because he's not about to yell at the guy. Like he's working with him currently doing something else. But everybody else was yelling at him to get out and Patrick wasn't stopping it.
Yeah.
So
I think
the
the problem with the Columbia comedy scene is like a famine mentality versus like a
hey, we could all produce things together and like
like a famine mentality, meaning that there's not that much opportunity.
Right.
So
people grab at what they can.
So so people are angry at other people for their opportunities and things like
right.
that.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so like much like animosity between people. Where I feel like if people had more of like an abundance mindset,
yes,
and there were more opportunities, then I think there'd be less drama.
That is true. I think that's a huge thing of the abundance thing. But I think for me, like the way I view it is like an expectation thing.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think it's just a lot of people have different expectations, and the people I feel like I get along the wellest. The people I get along the wellest with are the ones that have similar expectations as I do. Like there are a lot of people who are thinking like, oh, well, this person should be doing this and that, this and that, or this show should be ran this way, and I'm just thinking like, man, I just want more stage time. So if that means when people add shows and start doing open mics, I'm gonna go support them because I want that stage time and I want to be a part of that. And if there is not a mic on a certain night and I want to do a mic, then it's like, well, that means I need to take my lazy ass to Greenville or to Charlotte or to Charleston, you know. But people aren't doing that. There's other people around here talking about like, oh, I wish I could do more stand up, and I'm like, well, why don't you hop in your car, you lazy fucker, and go do somewhere else? You know, it's like
you gotta drive.
You know, yeah. But like that's the thing. It's like
Greenville and Charlotte is only an hour and a half.
Yeah, like you can't measure. Like you just got to measure, or it's like expecting to like do something with it. You know, it's kind of like you can't expect to do something. Like you can't really think in your head like, oh, I'm gonna have a career and I'm like 3 years into this. And it's like maybe you can if you're very very talented and you're very very hardworking. But like if you don't have all those components, then if you have you gotta have a realistic expectation for the work you're putting in.
Yeah,
like I'm not out here writing 20 hours a week. Like I'm writing a few hours a week, and I'm writing more days than not. But also, I'm not writing for like 3 hours a day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like if I was doing that and I was like getting stage time every single day and like putting in the effort to drive places all the time, then I'd probably be progressing faster. You know, and then maybe I could have a different expectation for myself.
Well, you lazy fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm a lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, lazy fat cunt.
Yeah, but it's like, but then to like be doing comedy for like 20 years and then like go to a mic and then like just talk about like the most vile shit with no punchlines. It's kind of like, what do you want from this? Like I get it as a hobby. We talked about that, but it's not even a hobby if you're angry.
Yeah,
you know, that's what I look at people and I'm just thinking like, what is the like? Okay, I kind of feel like the thing that scares me about comedy, it's like obsession. Yeah, the thing that scares me about open mic comedy in Columbia, South Carolina, is that it feels like a school. It feels like you're a kid and you're going to school the next day in high school, and it was just after a huge shooting on TV that you watched. Because you look at some of the way these people, the expectations they have for themselves, and then the bombs they have, and you just wonder like, are they gonna forgive these people? Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm like, dude, like, all right, like, what if this person? I mean, like, because that's open mic comedy. It's like anybody can sign up, and it's not like they're choosing this from a friend group. It's like you can get out of jail and then come be a part of this community.
Yeah,
and it's like, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's just like, because it doesn't mean that, you know. It's like, well, you know, is that person just trying to do it for fun, or is that person like, oh, I saw this video of somebody on Instagram and like they're famous for doing comedy, so like if I start doing it, that'll be me in a year, and if it's not me in a year, then I'm gonna get angry and yell at people. And it's like, that freaks me the fuck out, dude.
Well, fuck you for not laughing.
Yeah, for real. But I'm like, yo, dude, I'll laugh at you as long as you never shoot me. Like, I will laugh at every joke you have. I'll go back there and your new bits and be like, ha, 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 you know, and like, and as long as when you get mad at this place and you come to it, remember my name and my face and leave me be. Tell me to go hide. Be like, yo, man, get out of here. All right, I'll get all that. It did make me think about that after that fucking argument the other day. I was like, somebody's going to get mad. Dude.
Someone's going to get mad.
Right?
Alrighty.
Oh, man.
Well,
So that was
we're
crazy.
almost done.
We're 48 right now.
48.
You want to knock 5 or 10 more minutes out, or what you want to do?
I don't know. What you got to talk about?
I've been ranting for a minute. Let's see. You bought the new Stanley Cup. It looks like over there. Is that the new Starbucks?
You want to talk about the Stanley Cup?
No, remember the Target cups
what do you
that
want to
everybody
talk about?
was.
You got a new Stanley Cup.
Well, I thought that you bought the new Target one.
That's Lauren's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. If
The Awanas, you mean?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I got it.
I was trying to think of a topical thing that will hit us on the algo, bro. You know, I'm a bitch for the algo.
Your new Stanley Cup. Get it now.
I got my new Stanley Cup from the Jew tunnels. Like, how many things can I fit in one?
Actually, I had a Taiwanese kid make my Stanley Cup custom.
He put his own scratch marks on it.
It took 4 months to ship here, but it was worth it.
It took 4 months. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, dude. I think we're good. We're good.
Peace out.
Peace out. First one in a long time. Possibly one next week. And thank y'all for watching, y'all. My name's Joe.
I'm Body. Thank you for listening.
And I'm Body. Thank you for listening.
Right.
And y'all have been watching Joe Body. Thank you so much. See y'all next time.
Joe Body. Joe Body. It's another Joe Body. It's Joe Body. And another Joe Body. Another one. Joe Body. This is a new episode of Joe Body.
Oh shit, I wasn't even recording. Fuck.
I want Joe Body. I need Joe Body. As long as you got me, you don't need nobody.